Hello friends, welcome to day 18 of our quarantine series, and today is the part 2 of yesterday's topic, that is infertility. Yesterday in part 1 we discussed female infertility. Today we will be discussing male infertility. Now, yesterday as we said, infertility is nothing but inability to conceive. We saw primary infertility, secondary infertility, all these things we have discussed yesterday. It applies same to males also. Now, we have a big taboo in our country, especially where it is considered that only females have problems to conceive, but it is not like that. Males also are human beings and they too have problems. Sometimes it happens that the female organs are absolutely intact, it is absolutely perfect, and the problem seems to be in the males. That time it is known as male infertility, right? So definitely, males being humans, they also might have problem in conception, and yes, we have treatment for that, so you don't need to worry about it. Secondly, when we say inability to conceive, or when we say Vandhyatva in Marathi, or the less capacity to conceive or to conception, to go towards conception, all starts in specifically males. It all starts with sexual dysfunction. Now, when I talk about sexual dysfunction, you must have heard the words ED, PME. ED is erectile dysfunction, PME is premature ejaculation. These two words are actually very much common in day-to-day lives, which we see, but these are the two symptoms which can be seen, and as problems and disorders also, which come out to indicate that yes, this person can be having an infertile semen or sperms. Okay, but for that we need to understand the male reproductive system, correct? So as yesterday we discussed about female reproductive system, as females have uterus, fallopian tube, cervix, endometrium and ovaries as the most important parts of their reproductive organs. Similarly, males have vas deferens, scrotum, testis and penis. So all these four organs togetherly, they come under the section of male reproduction. Now, the semen, it gets synthesized, or it gets produced in the vas deferens, which comes from the lower abdomen part, and it goes into the scrotum and then towards the semen collection. The semen goes out during the penetration act and it goes into the woman's vaginal area through in the form of sperms. So millions of sperm form semen, that we all know. Now, reproductive organs, along with the reproductive organs, we need to understand what is semen and sperms. As hormones are very much important in females for conception, for having a baby, here semen and sperm quality is the most important in males. Okay, now we doctors, while assessing a male patient, we see that their QQM index is very much intact. QQM is quality, quantity and motility of the sperms, right? So many millions of sperm consist of 1 ml of sperms, correct? So now, as I said in a few minutes earlier, that ED, that is erectile dysfunction, and premature ejaculation are the two main important problems that males face during male infertility, and due to which we might come to know that yes, there's a problem in this person, or in conception during in the particular couple, right? But while assessing, there are many other investigations also, which is known as semen analysis, correct? Now, when we say about quantity, yes, definitely there is 20 to 40 million sperms that should be there in that particular ml of semen. Of course, it depends on the labs to lab, and there is variation in that, but 20 million sperms per ml of semen should be there, is a normal rate. When I say about quality, definitely sperm quality is important. Now, sperm quality is nothing but, for example, this is a sperm. It will have a peak, it will have a head, it will have a neck, body and a tail, right? So that is a sperm. each and every part of the sperm needs to be perfect, needs to be intact. If it is intact, if it is proper, then and then only it will go inside, it will be able to progress itself towards the endometrium, attach itself, and form the zygote, and next the production, whatever the process is. Okay, so but for this, your quality of sperms should be absolutely fine. And if it is not fine, sometimes, yes, definitely there are problems. Okay, now motility. You must have seen in many reports of semen analysis that there is progressive, non-progressive, motile and non-motile sperms. So what is this? Basically, the movement or the speed at which sperms go inside a woman's womb or uterus is like impeccable. You cannot just calculate that speed also. It's so fast. So this motility, this progressivity is something that is very much important for sperms specifically. If that is not there, if the progressive sperms are non-progressive, if the progressive sperms, which have to be almost 40 to 45%, if they come low, definitely the sperms, in spite of having good quantity and quality of semen, the motility comes and hampers the problem here. So for example, I was telling you this. So QQM, this index should be proper in males. If it is not, definitely we have treatments. Now, what type of problems or what type of hindrances males face during sexual intercourse? One thing, as we discussed in the earlier part, that is female infertility, there is PCOS, there is thyroid, there is diabetes, there is amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, irregular menses. All these things, they adhere to infertility. Same ways, here in males, there are two major symptoms, what we discussed just now, that is ED and PME. Erectile dysfunction, ED, is not able to gain the erection of the penis. That is, if the organ, if it is not able to erect itself during the proper act, yes, there will be muscle dystrophy of that particular region. So the muscles, the tissues, the nerves, which are all related in erecting the penis itself, yes, definitely it will have problem. Okay, that is one thing. Secondly is premature ejaculation. That is, there is 2 to 3 minutes of ejaculation period, which is normal. Sometimes in some male patients, this ejaculation period itself, it just falls down to just half a minute or a minute itself, and therefore resulting into definitely lower sperm count, lower sexual pleasures, and lower confidence in himself. So that becomes a problem again. And this premature ejaculation, of course, it will last for almost a very long period if not treated in a very good time. And these two things will adhere to male infertility again. There are other problems in the male test which we see is normozoospermia, asthenozoospermia. That is, asthenozoospermia is if quality is low. Normozoospermia is normal sperm count, right? Asthenozoospermia is somewhere, that the quality is not that good, progressivity is not that good, or the quality or quantity, whatever is required, is not that good. So definitely that causes a problem. Yeah. So along with this, what type of management we can do is, definitely for males, there is a good amount of proteins which you can include in your diets. Then there is some yogasanas, there are some exercises that can improve your semen and sperm quality. Along with this, there is one important thing that all males should do, all males who are having this problem can do is, before you sleep or before your sexual intercourse, you can wash your groin, wash your reproductive organs with slightly lukewarm water. What happens because of this is a tip. What happens because of this is, First of all, it gives you one, good strength. Secondly, all the moisture, all the dirt around there, all throughout the day, it just get washed away, and the stress in that particular part, it just releases away. Along with this, washing your genitals at night, you can do one more thing, that wear as light clothes as you can in your groin region, that is loose innerwears. That is most important. Now, my favorite part again, homeopathy. Definitely homeopathy has a very, very, very good medicines, has very good medicines for male for infertility, and yes, it can treat male infertility. So without wasting any further time, if you are having any male sexual problems, you or your husband are having any male infertility problems, you can feel free to contact me, and we can start the homeopathic treatment. That can give you good results in your infertility problems. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching the video. Stay home, stay quarantined, stay safe at your home, and opt for homeopathic medicines. Thank you again. See you in tomorrow's video.